Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to go over some things with you, and I'm going to make this a little longer than 5 minutes, most likely, because we got a lot of questions that we have been going over since the first week of school today. And I want to make sure you guys understand what's actually going on because class is not going to get easier than it was the first week, and it's going to get harder than it was this week. So I wanted to go over everything with you. So you go up to what's called a waffle and you go to Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, you will see that you have, sorry, now my Google started. You see the Google Classroom called Green Machine. You click on that. Green Machine has a stream, which all of your assignments are listed in, but it's a very long list. And I think it can be rather confusing sometimes unless you know what you want is at the very top. So I like to go to classwork, which is the second tab. On the left side of your Google Classroom, you will see all the topics, subjects, or classes, whatever you like to call them, on the side. For instance, you have Zoom meeting from 9 a.m. to Monday through Friday. It's also right here. You can click that and it will open it. You can also click it from here and it will open the same thing. The link is here. How you can join the meeting is right here, the meeting ID and your password. From there, you have your virtual check-in. What's up today? By clicking this, you can click the form and you answer the questions. This is one of the first 3 assignments that is due every single day. The reason for this form is 1, it shows that you were here today, and 2, it lets Ms. Green and I know how you're doing, what we can help you with, and how we can better adapt the classroom to fit your needs. After the check-in, first thing in the morning at 9 a.m., you have CNN Student News. In CNN Student News, you can click the assignment, and in this particular box, you have the graphic organizer that you use. Now, if you notice, if I click on anything in here, it won't let me do anything. But there are 2 ways that I can open this document. I can click here and say open with Google Docs. Just going to wait while this opens. Hopefully it won't take too long. It's taking a while, but I really want to show you how it works. Let's click out and go back in again. Let's see. It might be my internet connection, and of course that would happen when we are trying to show you a document. It looks like Cami might just work though. Maybe. So in Cami, you can open the same document if it will open. It's not opening either right now. So hopefully by the end of this, it will open. Let's try one more time. Just say convert. Might have to skip a little past this part so you can get to how I actually show you how to do it. Perfect. So if you look, as soon as I click in here, see, I can actually move this if I get the four squares. I can open my box up and it says I need to write three sentences on a national news story which took place in the United States. So I might say many college students are out of a home due to the coronavirus. Oh no. Um, Many parents no longer have an empty nest and are using their extra money on their grown kids who have come back home. Let's see, COVID 19 is disrupting the. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I can't spell today, guys. Disrupting. There we go. The college retirement experience for all. Okay. So this could have been a story that was on CNN. It was a national news story that, let's say, maybe it was someone, I don't know, in Wyoming. And I wrote my three sentences. Once again, there's your three sentences because that's what it asked for. Where in the world ask you to do five cities and countries. Keep in mind that Oregon is a state. So you couldn't write down Oregon, but you could write down Portland and you could write down the United States. A feel good story is any story that was very lighthearted, that was very maybe even kid friendly or had to do with technology, something cool with technology, like, you know, like a self-driving car, or maybe it was about a new species that was found, or a new art exhibit or something like that, or ice skating. Maybe it's just or you know, maybe there's someone doing a positive outreach or volunteer service for their community. That will go here. And you need three sentences. Two sentences would be any story that has to do with health and well being. So, health and well being has to do with our health as humans and our well being. A health and well being story does not happen every day in CNN. So it's very important that you watch CNN every single day to make sure that you have at least one health story written down. International news. It's any story outside of the United States, but not outside of North America. North America consists of Canada, the United States, and Mexico. If the story is about Canada or Mexico, you can write about it. But if it's about the United States, it would go over in this section over here. STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. Any story having to do with those particular disciplines, you would write it here and it would need to be three sentences. Maybe it's something that's happening, I don't know, with NASA using a special formula to get astronauts into space. If the whole article, whole story was about that, you could write about that here. Maybe it is about the self-driving car that's going to be available next summer. You can write about it here using three sentences. For this portion, you need to write about notable people. Notable people are people who everyone pretty much knows. I don't care if you live in China, LA, or South America. If you say LeBron James, most people know who that is. If you say Barack Obama, most people know who that is. If you say Donald Trump, most people know who that is. And since we're in an election year, pretty much Donald Trump's name, Joe Biden, and most likely Kamala Harris will always show up sometime during the week. And in your week of watching CNN Student News, you can add those three people right here. So I could say Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, and I could say Joe Biden. And I don't have to write it out in sentences, I just have to list the three people. Make sure you save this document, download it, and then attach it to your CNN Student News over here. All right, so that's it for CNN Student News. Real Talk. Real Talk is an inspirational, motivational section of our class that I hope will help you with your social emotional learning by processing your emotions and almost planning ahead and building yourself up before you truly need it. So, when you constantly build yourself up with positive thoughts, positive feelings, positive thoughts, you're more likely to be successful. And that's what Real Talk is about. So today it says, "You can't have my peace." As you can see, it's due at 11:59 tonight. There's other ones here, but they're scheduled to show at 9:15 tomorrow. You'll notice that the real talks are due at 9:15 every day. Why 9:15? Because it gives you 5 minutes to check in, 10 minutes to watch CNN Student News, and you can start writing on it as well. This might only take you a minute or two, especially if you do it before class starts. Then you'll have a full 15 minutes to work on this. That includes watching the 10-minute segment plus writing for 5 minutes. And then at 9:15, this will become available. So we will click on this and it says write 5 sentences or more explaining the following quote. You click on it and automatically a Word document comes up. The quote says, "Don't let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace." So the question is, have you ever let others' behavior steal your inner peace? How will you make sure this doesn't happen this year? What are you going to do differently? You would write 5 sentences, either answering this question, telling a story, interpreting the quote, or how you can apply it to your life now. Then you will resubmit it. These are completely private. Each one of you has your own personal copy of it, so you can write whatever you need to write without anyone else seeing it except for Miss Ferrari. Moving on. CommonLit. When you first started CommonLit, you came here to do an assessment. The assessment takes 1 hour, and it cannot be done, as you can see, at 11:59. It's not due then. It's due the same day. So usually I have given you guys time to do it right there. And if you don't feel that you've done this, just text me or call me and I can let you know. If you ever forget your username and password to CommonLit, because we do have quite a few, you can also find that information in Google Classroom. You'll see your name, your last name, your email that you'll use, as well as your email that's used, as well as your username. Oh, and I just clicked out of everything. Just kidding, guys. We're not done just quite yet. And if you're not as quick as me getting through it, trust me, you will be when you do this enough. All right, next thing. Every week, you are going to be working on 1 to 2 assignments in Google Master. Google Master is a class that will teach you how to use Google efficiently. If you watch a lot of commercials or watch a lot of TV, you'll see commercials that a lot of people are looking for people who are Google certified. And there's different levels to Google certification. There's Google level 1, 2, 3, and I believe all the way up to 5. Google has offered this to county schools, and you have the opportunity to learn this. This is normally a $1,500 course, but you can get it in high school with me for free. So I would definitely say take advantage of this. So this particular one that you have due, I think I clicked on the wrong one. I did. It's due this Friday, August 28th, and it says how to avoid online scams. So you would start the class, and as you can see, you have a video with a teacher. This person will teach you everything you need to know all the way through. And just like YouTube, you can go forward, you can go backwards, you can read the transcript, you can make it bigger, you can make the playback slow, normal, or fast, and then you would progress yourself through the class or through this particular lesson in the class until you get to the end. Once you get to the end, you would turn this in back into Google Classroom. The next thing is Odysseyware. Odysseyware is going to be your very best friend. If you click on Odysseyware, you'll notice two things. You have your login information, which is your first initial and your last name. So if your name was Edward Cardenas, your username would be E Cardenas. The next thing would be your password. So after you put in your username, so your first initial and your last name, if that doesn't work, please reach out to me so I can help you do it. Put in your password, which is a 6-digit format. So if you were born July 7th of 1997, your password would be 070797. And then you'll get right in. Once you're in, you will see that there is a video for you to watch that will help you get started. And then you have to get 75% or greater on each section for you to move on to the next lesson. If you have any issues, let me know. And if anything ever locks you out because you attempted it too many times, let me know so I can grant you access to additional attempts. Here is your YouTube channel daily recap. The video you're watching right now is a recap. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to upload it to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you know when I add the daily recap. But you will also be able to find it here on your Google Classroom. You also have Freckle. Freckle will help you with your math. Some of us have different gaps in math, maybe because we just didn't understand when the teacher was teaching us, or we just felt like we weren't very good in math, or whatever the reason may be. Freckle helps you right where you are. And it's actually a pretty fun way to learn math because it feels like a video game. So all you have to do is how to log into Freckle if you need help logging in. You also have Freckle login information, which would be I'll show you. You can actually use your phone and do Freckle as well. But you would type in your first name, your last name, and then the class code. Make sure you use student.freckle.com to get to the website. Oops. I was about to kick myself out all the way again. Okay. Now, these things are things we've already done and should be completed for the most part. STAR testing. Every month we are going to be doing STAR testing. There will be a username and password. If you don't know it, it's right here. Your username, your password. Your username is your student ID, and your password is usually your last name and your first initial. The administration monitor password is admin, ADMIN. If you need the link to the STAR testing, here it is. All you have to do is click here. It will take you to this site and you simply say, I'm a student. Go ahead and type in your username. So my name is Ferrari Green. So it's green and then F. But then I have a unique password since I'm a teacher. NEPRIS is something that we'll have every single week. So this week will be something else. It'll be a video that we'll watch together. We'll analyze about a new career in the workplace that you might be interested in. All of this is our Google Classroom. If you have a question about how to log in, what your username password is, links, anything like that, how to log into something, what to do once you're on the website, you can most likely find it in that particular day's recap, or you can find it right in the area you're looking for. For example, CommonLit has your username and passwords. If you have any questions, feel free to text me or call me. So, this was a little bit more than 5 minutes, but like I said, I got a lot of questions today on things that I thought you guys already knew. So, I thought I would take a moment, slow down, and explain it a little better. All right, you have a wonderful evening.